You are always one decision away from a completely different life. One choice, one moment, one excuse, or one act of courage. Most people don't lose money because they are stupid. They lose it because they choose comfort over clarity. They choose easy over discipline. And they convince themselves it won't matter until it does. This is not just a story. This is a warning. Because the same choice is sitting in front of you right now. Every real money story starts the same way. Not with millions. Not with success. But with a small decision no one notices. The kind of decision you make when nobody is watching. When there's no applause. No likes. No instant reward. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Your future is being shaped in these invisible moments. Not by big breaks, but by small choices repeated daily. Let's call him Daniel. Not because his name matters, but because he represents millions of people who believe they had time. Daniel wasn't lazy. He wasn't dumb. He wasn't broke either. He had a decent job, a steady income, and a quiet belief that someday, things would work out. That belief would cost him everything. Daniel's life looked fine from the outside. Wake up, go to work, come home tired, scroll, sleep, repeat. No urgency, no pressure, no hunger. And that's the most dangerous place a man can be. Comfortable, but not fulfilled. Because comfort doesn't scream at you. It whispers. Tomorrow. Next month. After things slow down. One evening, Daniel noticed something strange. His bank balance wasn't growing. It wasn't crashing either. It was just stuck. Bills went out. Salary came in. And somehow, nothing was left. That was the moment. The fork in the road. Learn. Adjust. Or ignore it, and keep living on autopilot. He chose the easier path. Daniel told himself the same lies most people tell themselves. I don't earn enough yet. I'll save when I make more. Everyone is struggling right now. This is where small choices start becoming heavy consequences. Daniel didn't wake up broke. He woke up comfortable. And comfort delayed urgency. His income increased slightly over time. But so did his spending. New phone. Better clothes. More eating out. Not because he needed them, but because he felt he deserved them. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it silently kills futures. Instead of asking, how do I grow this? Daniel asked, what can I enjoy now? Comfort answered faster than discipline ever could. Months passed. Opportunities appeared. A colleague mentioned investing. A friend talked about starting a small business. Daniel listened, nodded, and did nothing. Not because he didn't believe, but because believing requires action. Fear dressed itself as logic. What if I lose money? What if I fail? But he never asked. What if I stay the same? History is ruthless to people who delay. While Daniel hesitated, others started. Some failed. Some learned. Some adjusted. Daniel stayed still. And stillness in a moving world is regression. Then came the pressure. Unexpected expenses. Rising costs. Family needs. Suddenly, his salary wasn't enough. Stress replaced comfort. He borrowed. Just a little. Then a little more. Debt crept in quietly. Interest didn't care about excuses. Nights became shorter. Sleep became shallow. Money was now on his mind every day. This was the price of avoidance. Jim Rohn once said, we must all suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Daniel chose regret, not intentionally, but by default. And the descent had only begun.
This is the moment everything catches up. Not all at once, but all at once enough. Daniel thought he was managing, balancing, holding things together. He wasn't. He was surviving. And survival is not stability. It's just delayed collapse. The first hit came quietly. An emergency expense. A problem he didn't plan for. He checked his account. There was nothing waiting for him. No savings, no buffer, no margin for error. That's when panic entered the room. Bills didn't pause. Deadlines didn't care. Pressure stacked on pressure. Daniel borrowed again. This time it hurt. Interest rates climbed. Minimum payments grew. Money he hadn't earned yet was already spent. Nights became heavier. Sleep disappeared. He stared at ceilings, at walls, at the consequences of years of delay. This is what people don't show online. They show success. They show wins. They don't show the breaking point. Daniel felt it every morning, going to work with a smile, while carrying fear inside. He avoided conversations, ignored calls, because every ring reminded him of what he didn't fix when it was easy. Here's the truth. You don't drown when the water reaches your mouth. You drown when it reaches your chest. Because panic removes logic, Daniel made desperate decisions. Bad loans, short-term thinking, quick fixes, each one digging the hole deeper. This is how financial collapse happens. Not from one big mistake, but from many small ones ignored. He finally looked at the numbers. Really looked. And the truth was brutal. He wasn't unlucky. He was undisciplined. That realization hurt more than the debt, because it meant the enemy was never the economy. It was the mirror. In part 4, everything changes. Not because money appears, but because responsibility does. This is where the lesson is paid for, and where the choice appears again. This is where most stories end. At the loss, at the regret, at the damage. But this story doesn't. Because pain, when faced honestly, can become a teacher. You stop running. No more pretending. No more hoping things will magically improve. You sit down. You look at the numbers. You accept responsibility, not blame. Responsibility. That shift changes everything. You realize something simple, but brutal. No one is coming to save you. And that is actually good news. Because it means your future is back in your hands. You don't get rich overnight. You don't win the lottery. You rebuild slowly, deliberately. You cut what doesn't matter. Comfort subscriptions, impulse spending, status purchases. You choose discipline over appearance. Every dollar gets an assignment. You track. You plan. You stay honest. Progress feels boring, but boring is stable, and stable is powerful. You pay yourself first, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. You learn what wealthy people already know. Freedom isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you control. You rebuild trust. With money. With yourself. Small wins stack. Confidence returns. The anxiety fades. And something unexpected happens. Opportunity starts showing up. Because discipline sharpens your vision. Here's the truth they don't teach. Redemption doesn't arrive loudly. It arrives quietly. In routines. In habits. In choices made daily. You don't just fix your finances. You fix your identity. And that is real wealth. The lesson is simple. You are always one decision away from a different life. The choice is yours, and it always will be. Now it's your turn, not Daniel's. Yours. Because this story was never really about him. It was about you. About the small choices you make every day, when no one is watching. The moment you hit snooze. The moment you scroll instead of plan. The moment you say, I'll start tomorrow. Those moments don't feel expensive, but they are. They charge interest. Right now, you are standing at a quiet crossroads. No drama, no music, no warning signs, just a decision. Comfort or discipline, excuses or ownership, easy now or freedom later. Most people won't change, not because they can't, but because staying the same feels safer. Until it doesn't. You don't need motivation. Motivation fades. You need standards. You need a system. You need the courage to disappoint your old habits. Start small. Track your money. Plan your day. Delay gratification. Repeat. This is how real transformation happens. Not in one dramatic moment, but in quiet discipline. Day after day, week after week. A year from now, you will wish you had started today, or you will thank yourself for it. That choice is still available. Right now, master your money, and you master your options. Master your habits, and you master your future.